video, we'll be going over Worksheet 1, which is the investment income worksheet for the earned income tax credit. You can find this worksheet in IRS publication 596, which goes into complete detail about everything you need to know about the earned income credit. One of the IRS requirements is that you cannot have investment income of more than $11,000 in the tax year. So this is the worksheet that will help you calculate all of your different sources of investment income to determine whether or not you meet this requirement. So assuming that you meet all of the other requirements for the earned income credit, we're going to go through this worksheet so you can determine, how this might apply to your tax situation. Now, most taxpayers that are evaluating the earned income credit probably do not have most of the, all of these different sources of income. But as we go through line by line, we're going to spend a little bit of time discussing where you can find this information. And any forms and schedules that we mentioned during this video, we'll put links to the articles and the relevant videos for those forms and schedules in the show notes. So let's go ahead and start with first we'll break this down into 4 different sections. So interest and dividends, capital gain, net income, royalties and rental income from personal property, and finally passive activities. So let's go ahead and start with the top of the form. In line 1, we're going to enter any amounts from your Form 1040 or Form 1040 SR. So when I say Form 1040, that is a stand-in for either your Form 1040 or Form 1040 SR, depending on which form you file for your tax return. So this is the taxable interest line. So in this case, we just put down $1,000 of taxable interest. In line 2, this is the line 2A amount, which is tax exempt interest, plus any amount from IRS Form 8814, line 1B. So if you go to IRS Form 8814, this is the form that you would use if you have a child who has a certain amount of unearned income and you're looking to claim that child as a dependent on your tax return. Basically, their income becomes part of your income. So let's just say that total amount of tax exempt interest is also $1,000. In line 3B, this is ordinary dividend income. So this actually would be, would also include your qualified dividends. So it's the total amount of dividend income that's reported on your Form 1040. Let's just say that's $500. In line 4, this is the amount from Schedule 1, line 8Z, that would be from your IRS Form 8814, that would be reported as your child's interest and dividend income. So any amount that's not tax exempt flows through to Schedule 1 as an additional income item under line 8Z. That's kind of a catch-all for all those different pieces of additional income. So let's just say that that's $1,000. Now we're going to go into capital gain net income. So line 7 or line 5 requires you to input the line 7 amount from your Form 1040. Your line 7 amount is capital gains. So if that amount is a capital loss, then you're going to enter 0. You can't put the capital loss in here and have that offset your other sources of income. So let's just say that that's a $2,000 capital gain that you incurred during the tax year. You do get to back out any capital gains from that you reported on IRS Form 4797. So that would be sales of business property. So again, the whole point of schedule or the earned income tax credit is that we're calculating your personal investment income. So if you had any sales of business property that went on your business tax return, that does not count here. So we're going to enter $1,000 and we're going to back that out. So our net result that we see on the right hand side of the form is $1,000. Next, we're going to, in line 8, enter royalty income from Schedule E, which is line 23B. So that's the royalty income part, plus any income from the rental of personal property that would appear on Schedule 1, line 8L. So let's just say that that's $1,000. Now we get to back out any expenses either related to royalty income or any expenses related to the rental of personal property that you deducted either on line 8L, or sorry, either line 20 of your Schedule E or line 24B from your Schedule 1. So let's just say that that was $500 of expenses. We're going to subtract that out, and our net gain from the royalty and rental income is $500. Finally, we're going to get to passive activities. So passive activities are generally reported on Schedule E, and we're going to go through each of these lines. For this case, let's just assume that our taxpayer does not have passive activity income, but we will go through these lines. So line 26 represents any rental real estate and royalties reported on Schedule E. Line 29A is passive income that would be reported to you on a K1 from either a partnership or an S corporation. Line 34A would be the same thing but from estates and trusts. And then line 40 is net farm rental income that would be reported on IRS form 4835. So in a similar manner as these other items, you would report your total income, then you would net out your losses. You would claim the difference over here. If the difference is a negative number, then you have to zero that out. You don't get to use the negative number to offset other sources of income. So we now add all of these numbers up, and it looks like we've got $5,000 of investment income. So assuming that we meet all of the other criteria, then we would check no on this. We would go to step 3 of the Form 1040 instructions and carry on to see it, or use this publication to find out if you can take the credit. You would go to Rule 7. So that is it in a nutshell for using IRS Publication 596, Worksheet 1, to calculate your total investment income for earned income credit eligibility purposes. So like I said, we'll put we will put links in the show notes to all of the articles and videos that we've referenced in this, to the forms and schedules that we've referenced in this video. If you like our articles, please subscribe to our newsletter. You can go to our website, teachmepersonalfinance.com. If you want to look for a specific tax form, type in the name of the tax form. For example, IRS form 4835. You would find the net farm rental income form there. You would see the article, and you can go through that step by step. If you like our articles, please subscribe to our newsletter. If you like our YouTube videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please hit me up in the comments section. Thank you very much and have a great day.